Hey everyone, Phoenix Spring Tower here. So, Nicola Bulley, her death has been ruled an accident. And the coroner, I'm just reading the headlines here. The coroner rules after partner told the inquest he believes she was trying to put the harness on their dog moments before she fell in because the dog is erratic. So that's what they believe. And further on, according to the inquest report, water was found in her lungs, so they believe that she made a gasp for breath when she was in the water. So she fell into the water. So that is according to the inquest reports. That is the update that we have at the moment as per 27th of June, 3 o'clock. At least that's when I'm reading it. So, as you know, we had done predictions on this channel. We had two readings, a version 1 and a version 2, into Nicola Bulley. And I remember at the time doing these readings into her. And at the point she was a missing person, at the point that I had done my readings, and I'll link them below. And what I had tuned into when I had done those readings, I had tuned into number 1, that she had passed away. Already. Number 2, in terms of her location when she passed away, one of my readings said she passed away on land. Another one of my readings said that she was like in an in-between point. I believe that was the second reading, the version 2. Thirdly, I had picked up on the fact that the police had just bungled the whole thing. And I would be surprised in this inquest whether that inquest actually addresses that issue. But what was really important was a fourth sort of prediction I had made. And what I had made was either she was distracted or she was taken by someone. That was another one that I had, a prediction that I had made. So what I want to do in this reading is just to go back in and sort of review. Did I, as a reader, get something wrong? And this is how we operate on this channel. I'm a person of integrity, so a reader of integrity. So if there's a major prediction or something that I've stated, and if it turns out that it was incorrect for whatever reason, I would always come back on and address it, either in the comments for the reading, or I would do another reading and address it. So I've done about 200 plus videos now, and I think this is the second, if it turns out to be correct, prediction that I have done in a reading that I would have gotten wrong. So not bad innings, but I just want to check the energies because I don't usually get things wrong, not wrong like this. So the purpose of this here would be to check the energies and what's going on in this and see where we went, if we went wrong with this, is the outcome of the inquest correct? Is the outcome of the inquest, are they hiding something? Let's just look into these energies and see. Page of Cups. So yeah, definitely this was a surprise. Notice a lot of water surrounding this person. There is something when you have a Page of Cups, especially with a fish jumping out of a cup, that always talks about an element of surprise here. Or something not expected. Okay, let's continue. Well, it's definitely a shock to me, this I'm not saying that I'd be surprised that she drowned, but I had picked up on something else that had happened before this. I had picked up on a third person and a third party being involved with this, basically. So that's what I'm looking at. So, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels of the highest light, of the highest vibration, what further insight could you provide into this? And Nicola, if you wish to come through, do come through as well. What further insight would you like to provide in this? Notice that, again, it's on land and doing something near the water. So being busy on land and doing something near the water. I'm picking up again that there is a familiarity with being near the water as well. There is a familiarity with it. Right, so there's a familiarity with her being near the water. So this, and a Four of Swords. Again, this Four of Swords came up, and I used this deck in the second reading, the version 2, and this Four of Swords came up again. What this Four of Swords is saying, Four of Swords usually represents when someone has taken a respite or has walked away from something, or when someone is hiding something as well. So let me get another card to clarify this Four of Swords. Let me get another card to clarify this Four of Swords. I'm being told the message that it's in someone's interest or a group of people's interest for this to be coming up as an accidental drowning. Okay, we have the Hermit that's come through on the Four of Cups. So we have 2 fours that have come through. Can we clarify the Four of Swords? Again, I'm sorry guys, but I stick by my reading. I stick by my reading. I am seeing with this Five of Wands, like, look at this card really carefully. I got the same card when I did her reading, the version 2. I used this deck. The same cards are coming through again. I got the Page of Wands in that reading. It's her getting distracted by someone or something. Five of Wands, having a tussle, having an argument, having a fight. And then we have 0. Now notice this card really well. This person is standing on a precipice and there's water below, you know, and this does, however, this does suggest to me, look at the card really carefully, of someone either, because when it comes to the Fool energy often talks about new beginnings or going for something without thinking something through. And with this image, it could be falling over, being pushed over, or something along those lines. Now, I'm hearing a message as I said this, which is, I need to set this reading into context in that I don't want to label a point, or I don't want to drag something out, or I don't want to resurrect this for families or for anyone who is particularly affected by this reading. You know, I'm wishing, you know, thoughts, prayers, positive thoughts and prayers with her family and with Nicola and her little ones as well. I don't know, for some reason that just came through, you know, as something being very important to say for those tuning into this. I'm still seeing the getting distracted, being called over to something, someone calling her and a fight happening. I'm still getting that. So it could be trying to run away and then you slip and that drowning happened, but I'm still getting what came through in my previous reading. These 2 cards came through. You guys are seeing me shuffling on camera, and the same message has come through again a couple of months later. This is the energy I particularly wanted to check, because this was the only element of the reading. This is one of the elements of the readings that I would have gotten wrong or may have been incorrect, but so I just wanted to tidy that, and if I was wrong, just see where I went wrong, which is fair enough, because we could all learn together. That's the point of this. My channel is that we all learn together. Hang on. Some cards fell on the floor. Okay. The Moon card, reverse. I don't usually do reversals, but I'll take it. And let's get one more. Now with this Moon card reverse, this is telling me that part of the message has come out and part of the message is there, but not the whole thing has come through. So we may expect more from the Inquest. Knight of Cups, bottom of the deck. So we may expect more information to come through. Now literally as of 3, as I mentioned in my introduction, 3 o'clock, I'm just seeing the headlines regarding this Inquest. So I'm not sure what stage they've reached in the Inquest. I don't know. It could be that there is more information to come through with this card is saying. But with this Moon reverse, with this 7 of Cups, look at this well. 7 of Cups talks about options and choosing something. And I'm very sorry to say, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what the cards are saying. But it's almost as if they're finding, there is an important element in this Inquest that's missing. And it's almost as if they're finding the best case scenario to fit what they're seeing. But even that best case scenario is not fully accurate. I'm not saying that I'm right necessarily, I'm not saying that. but I'm just saying that's what I'm saying, or that's what the cards is telling me, especially when we have the moon reversed to explain the Seven of Cups. Moons talk about things not being revealed and things hidden. So to get the moon reverse, that is saying that some things have come forward, like they were talking about her mental state and so on beforehand. So yes, those things have been divulged, but there is still more that is either hidden or it's either not being said. But in time, with this Three of Wands, it would be. So in time. So like more information will come through. So this is actually in the next couple of hours, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, more information is going to come through. Okay, do I have anything else to say with this? Do I have anything else to say? Any further messages? Yeah, oh, hang on. Before I put this back, I was shuffling and this Four of Pentacles came up. This is what I'm saying. Something is being held back, or people are keeping something close to the chest. We don't have the full story with this, but I'm not sure whether it's not the full story because the inquest is still ongoing at the point that I'm doing this, or whether we don't have the full story because they're purposely keeping something back. But the full story is not being revealed here. And that is at the direction of two people who are in charge of this. And then there's a karma card that came through here. Yep, there are two people. I'm picking up that one person here is a family member. And one person here has been leading the inquest. But definitely between them, they've decided that there are certain things, or certain information in this case, that are not going to be divulged. Final messages. Yeah, they just want to move on from this. Notice water again. They just want to move on from this. And we have the Death card. So what I find is interesting, and this is just a final message, in terms of what I've heard so far, in terms of what they're painting it in the press, they're really pushing her mental state with this Nine of Swords. And I remember when I was doing the reading back then, I felt at the time, I didn't quite say this, but I felt at the time that, I didn't say it in the recording, but personally I felt at the time it was, what was the reason for putting forward her mental state? What are you alluding to? And it's interesting, mental state has come through again. I still pick up on it that the powers that be want to use or allude to mental state as a reason for something, but I still, again, don't pick up that that's entirely true or accurate. Okay, do I have anything else? New deck. Spirit guides, guardian angels, are there any further messages on this? Any further messages on this? Yep, so to conclude, I still stand by, oh my goodness, look at that. Remember we got the Six of Swords before. That's the thing. There is a want, we got it, this is two separate decks and you guys are seeing me shuffle. We're getting, where's my Six of Swords? It did come up in this deck, but we have two Six of Swords. It came up when I was shuffling in this deck, it's come up in this deck as well. Look at that, Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles here as well. Emperor, but in this case we have a King of Wands, but still it's that male energy. It's as if people want to put this to bed. It's as if they just want to put this to bed. There is some element, look at this woman crouched over in shame. There is something that, again, I don't want to start a conspiracy thing. You know, I'm happy to take the L on this, but from my cards, I just feel that it's putting a story out, and there is more to this than meets the eye. And from my I am seeing that someone put up a fight here with this 5 of Wands. They got distracted, they heard someone. And these are the cards I got in my first reading. They got distracted, they heard someone was calling over to them. They got in a very violent fight. That's still what I'm picking up on. But the inquest is going to stay otherwise. And that is the one element of my reading that I'd mentioned that is not aligned with what's come out so far. So I just wanted to provide my feedback and my take on that. If there are any further updates, I'll put it in the comment section to this video. Okay guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I'll see you guys in future readings. Bye for now.